All right, you awesome music makers. Music. Hey, how's it going? You guys doing okay? I hope you guys are getting it together. This little vlog I'm going to do about is we got a lot of new people on board here, so I kind of want to start one of something I've gone over a couple years back, and so because it's really important. So this time of the year is that time of the year to be in the woodshed, learning all your new songs for sure. And if you have new songs or brushing up on your set, it's important, because you want to kind of have your chops a little bit. So, anyways, this is my little Martin. I just like to throw up. I use in the studio here. I love this thing. This what do they call it? It's the DX series, and it's the Johnny Cash. Unbelievable how bitchin' this thing is. Anyway, so it's that time of year, and like I said, I got a lot of new people, and thanks for joining, and welcome aboard all the new subscribers for sure. Appreciate you hanging out. Just to give you a heads up, I am a solo artist, and I just share what I do. None of it is, I'm not saying do what I do, but I'm just going to share. I just like to share with you what I do when I get out there on the circuit, the solo acoustic circuit out there. And I just like to share what I do, and maybe it'll help you out, maybe it won't, but especially you guys starting off, at least you're not so lost. You kind of go, okay, what's my next step, or what do I have to do to how many songs do I need? So let's just start from this right here. I like to start off about probably 10 songs a set, and some of these places you guys are going to be playing at doing the solo acoustic thing, it differs all over the country. As I notice more back east and even Midwest. You guys out there, a lot of you guys are doing like 4 sets. I'm sure some are doing 3. I just do 2 sets. I try to shoot for 2 sets. The money's not as good as doing 3 sets, right? And I'm averaging out. We're so underpaid, it's stupid, and we're probably getting the same rate as we did 40 years ago. So, which is pretty sad. But listen, it's worth it, because, if you can soothe some souls and bring smiles to the venue that you're playing, and let these people out there forget about their problems and their debts and how much money they owe and this and that. If you can get them to forget about that for a couple hours, or if you're, wherever else you play, or 3 hours or 4 hours, whatever you do. If you can get them to forget about the bullshit for a couple, 3 hours, whatever, you're doing your job. And that holds close to my heart, because, we need that. We've got other ways of forgetting about our bills and just shit like that, and our things that are going on with life, whatever's going on in your life, family problems, whatever. You can have a drink and a cocktail, and that helps. I'm not gonna lie. Once in a while, I'll have a little cocktail or something, and or have a little weed. If you need to take a little hit. I'm kind of a weed guy. More than I am alcohol, but when I say weed, I don't really use it to cover up anything or use it as a Band-Aid, but I do use it more of a medical reason. Me and Kim both do. We actually smoke a little bit at night. We take a little hit. I don't smoke during the day at all. But at night, when it's time to go to bed, because, in the past, I used to have problems. I'd sleep for a couple hours, and wake up at 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, and my mind starts spinning. and I can't shut my mind off. And I've had doctors give me ambience, those work or whatever. They knock you out in 15 minutes. Boom, dude, you're done, and you're out. But but the problem is it's a drug, and it kind of leaves a little bit of a hangover, kind of like a hangover. That's what I noticed. I had a doctor turn me on to some, and I used them for a little while, for like a year, just once in a while, not all the time. But I would take them if I knew I was going to have or if I wake up in the middle of the night and have one of those nights where you can't get back to sleep, your mind is spinning. So I would take an Ambient, boom, 15 minutes later, I'd watch TV and I'm out, gone, good. But like I said, I'm dogging the next day. I kind of feel like I got a little bit of a drug hangover or something. So long story short, my son told me, he says, Dad, he says, why don't you just try a little nugget? My son smokes pot. He doesn't during the day anymore, but after work. But anyway, so I go, son, I haven't smoked that shit in 25, 30 years. So anyway, so he gave me a pipe and a little nugget, and I had one of those nights. It only happens a couple times a month. But I couldn't get to sleep, took a little hit, did the same exact thing as an Ambient. It knocked me out in 15 minutes. But the good news was I woke up in the morning feeling so good and so awake and so refreshed. So that's what works for me. But anyways, I don't know how we got on subject on that. But, we're talking about, getting your mind off of life for a little while. And one of the healthiest ways of doing that is because when I play, I might have a beer in the last set, or maybe a little shot of tequila right there on the side, and just take a little sip, and a little sip of beer, a little and then I'll play my last set or last half hour or something like that. But I always, but I just, So we just covered up, but us playing music and soothing those souls goes a long ways, and it goes a long ways with them because it leaves it memorable at the club. So what I wanted to talk about was what you need to hit the pavement. And what I mean by hit the pavement is obviously go look for gigs. So get yourself cleaned up. Just don't look like you just rolled off of a Grateful Dead show or anything. Just kind of get yourself cleaned up a little bit, and start knocking on doors. And so what you want to knock on are bars, restaurant bars, lodges, the Eagles Lodge or American Legions or Elks Lodge or Moose Lodge. Hit those places up and let them know what you do with a smile on your face. What I do is I bring with me when I knock on doors and I go to restaurants and stuff. Kim will usually come with me, not all the time, but I will. What you need to get together is they're going to go, okay, well, if they don't know you from Adam, what you need to do is get your video promo together. And so some of you guys out there know exactly what I'm talking about. Just take some video from your phone, set up a little tripod and one of your shows, or even do it at home, but maybe kind of disguise the background a little bit. So it kind of maybe looks like a club a little bit, and because you're not going to record the beginning and to the very end of the song. You're just going to do probably 15, 20 seconds of the song, like a verse and a chorus, and then fade it out with your editing. So tape yourself and get 3 or 4 songs. You don't need that many. And they only need to last for a few seconds, 15, 20 seconds on each song. If you want to give them 6 or 7 songs, that's fine, as long as you keep it short, 15 seconds. So you're going to fade in, going to show you playing, maybe get another camera angle on the next song, if you can do that. But basically get yourself a little video promo is what I call it. And just get it together and edit it up. And there's so much free editing out there on the internet. So it's really easy to do. It's not, but you do have to do it because a lot of people. It's very rare somebody will hire you if they haven't seen a video, a link to a video of what you do. Okay, it's very rare. But I've been hired when they have never seen me, heard. I didn't even have to give them a bio sheet, history. So yeah, make sure your video is done, and it only needs to last like 2 or 3 minutes, and maybe just put your name on it at the intro, and then fade in, fade out, a verse, chorus of each for about 4 or 5 songs. Verse, chorus, fade out into the next song. Verse, chorus, or if you want to start it off with the chorus, and the chorus is a long chorus, 10, 5, whatever, how many seconds long, just do the chorus because they'll recognize the song. Try to do songs that are more popular, that they've heard. And just make sure the audio is good. And I go as far as getting a DSLR camera. I've got a Canon and I've got another mirrorless camera that I use too, but it's got audio out on it. So I just put a mic and I'll put it right in front of my speaker and put it on auto. I guess it would be, you put it on instead of manually adjusting your audio on the some of the editings will let you adjust audio on there. You can do it post, but I do it pre. And so anyway, so make sure your audio is clean, and hopefully it comes out. It's not distorted. You don't want to give them distorted stuff. And have a bio sheet. Okay, and maybe a notepad, maybe like a little notepad or something or whatever, because you might want to, sometimes they don't have cards that have an email address, because a lot of these places you go into, first thing you're going to ask to talk to the manager. Sure, yeah, what's this about? Well, yeah, I was wondering, do you guys ever have entertainment here? And if they go, no, not really, maybe once in a while. Don't let that throw you. Say, well, is there any way I could talk to the manager? And then talk to him. Say, hey, listen, I was wondering if you could just maybe try me out and just see what you think. I'll do it for this amount, and you can try me. I'll just maybe do it for an hour, or maybe he'll hire to do a couple hours. And that's one way of doing it. But you also want to have, like I have a little bio sheet here. A little bio sheet that I use. I'll give him this. This is kind of like my card, because at the bottom it's a full sheet, right? Guess I could have put it in like a nice little color, like I don't know, brown or brown paper or something, whatever. But anyways, this is it right here. This is what I give them. I don't care anymore. So I just give them this. It's got for contact booking, I've got my number at the bottom. And then I've got my email, spankystudios.com. So that's what I use. And then this here, you can see it's not that much on there. I'm not going to bother reading it to you. But it just says, it starts off, Jeffrey Dean is a brilliant, and you want to make it sound third party. You don't want to make it sound like it's coming straight from you. It's like, I am a brilliant artist and singer and songwriter. Don't do that. Just make it like a third party, right? So the first line is, Jeffrey Dean is a brilliant musician, singer, and songwriter, guitarist, and performer. That's a lot in one breath. With the infinite styles of music, Americana. Basically, that's what it is. Even my original stuff is pretty much under Americana. Jeffy can soothe the weary soul or work the crowd into a rock and roll fury. So that's the first three lines, right? And then his extraordinary career has been a real life rock and roll fantasy, having shared the stage with Guns N' Roses, blah, blah, blah. That's my old rock and roll history. And so I give him that, and then I just tell him, and then a lot of times they don't read this, but it is a business card. If I give them a business card, a lot of people throw away business cards, or they just don't, they lose them. Well, they ain't going to lose this, okay? Give them this. Give them a sheet. a whole sheet. Say, here you go. And it's hard to miss, right? So give them. So I call this basically is a bio, history of what you've done, and not the places you played so much, but I mean you could say, yeah, I played in Southern Cal, or I played in the Pacific North. The region has been Pacific Northwest, something like that. But you don't need to go play. I don't know if people ask for references anymore. I don't think they do that. So I wouldn't really worry about that. But so that's all you need. So you give them this and say, hey, well, yeah, I'd like to talk to you about, if you can give me a chance, if I can set up, I don't take a lot of real estate. I can set up in the corner, just sell yourself and get in there for one night. And that's it. And they say yes, no, maybe. Well, come back next week. We'll talk. Whatever. Then you're gonna have to follow up. Come back next week. I gotta talk to the owner. I'm the manager. I gotta talk to the owner to see what is budgeted. Blah blah blah. Stuff like that. So that's what it's about. Is just go ahead and you just sell yourself. That's what you do. Just knocking on doors. You're hitting the pavement, knocking on doors, and that's about it. So make sure though when you leave. Because what you want to do is when your video is done, you've edited a little video, you need to put it on YouTube. You're going to have to open up a YouTube account, open it up, upload it, and that way you can take your link from YouTube and when they because you're going to ask them for an email address. So when you give them an email address, say, and make it short and sweet, say, I'd like to, I think I'd be a great fit at your venue, blah, blah, blah. Say, and then say, listen, here's some links below. So on their email, they can just copy, or actually, I think on emails, you can just, they can just hit the cursor on the link and it'll take you right to your video. So you need to do that. I think you really need that. That's what I do. So, maybe some of you guys don't have to do all that. I had to when I first started, and I still do. I still have to give them a bio sheet, a history sheet, a bio, and then I have to send them a couple links, and I've got tons of links, as some of you guys know. And that's about it. So so when you leave that place, that the door you knocked on, make sure you get a phone number or to somebody to talk to, or you got an email. And so you can give them that second pitch to the email, on the email, and get that to them and get them to respond. And then if they haven't heard from them in a week, I would say go follow up. Just go down there either in person. I would go down in person and just follow up and say, hey, I sent you. I was wondering if you got that email and saw my video and blah, blah, blah. So that's about it. So I think that's important because this is the time of the year. This is spring. You can see the sun's out. There's no rain. So, yeah, got to do what you got to do to get out there and spread the love, spread the good news and soothe some souls and bring some smiles because we need it. So that's it for my vlog today, man. I hope you guys are doing good. I'm trying to learn another new song right now, you guys. And thank you so much for the response, you guys. I only did that song. I butchered that song. I don't know if you guys know it, but that song I put up. I didn't monetize it because I can't, because they get me for copyright. But anyways, I wanted to do it for you guys just to let you know that that's what I do when I learn songs. I just keep going over and over and over again. And I think I only did that song twice. I did it twice. No, I did 3 times. I did 3 times. First time I worked it out, not even plugged in or anything, just learning the song a little bit. And then I did it on the mic. And then I did it again. And then when I did it the third time, I go, okay, this is kind of an easy song. But I do it a little bit better now, a little bit more cleaner, and I sing it better. And, because that's one thing about learning new songs. You really kind of have to work out your phrasing, and you want to have your phrasing to really kind of match up with the original artist. And so that's what I did. So I got that song. So I'm learning a new one, that Bob Dylan song. So I'm learning another one by Dylan, because I only have a couple Dylan songs. Lay Lady Lay is another one that I do. And so, yeah, this one I'm learning now is Just Like a Woman. So that's what I'm doing. That's so something like this. I don't know the words. Everybody knows baby's got new clothes. Just like a woman. So yeah, that's another one I'm putting in. I'm playing tomorrow. I've got that steady gig at Enoteca. And so I thought maybe after I'm done with this vlog, I can learn the song. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably not going to have it ready for tomorrow. Probably butcher it. But anyways, you guys, I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry it took a little long on this one to get this one out. But again, thank you for the love on that, the other Dylan song that I was practicing. I don't remember which one it was. Anyways, so I love you all, man. Stay cool. Keep get in the woodshed and practice and get out there, soothe souls, and bring smiles because that's what it's all about. I'll talk to you guys a little sooner next week. Ciao for now.